Hello class. In this video today I want to cover calculating our conversion and per unit costs for chapter 6, our process costing chapter. So let's look at this specific problem which is in your homework. It's number 2 in your homework. A pedo company produces premium chocolate candy bars. Conversion costs are added uniformly. That means throughout the process evenly. For February, ending work in process is 40% complete with respect to conversion costs. Materials are added at the beginning of the process. The following information is provided for February. So we see our units started. There was no units in beginning work in process. Units completed, our units in ending work in process, and the total units accounted for $60,000. And then we have our different inputs: 30,000 for direct materials and 52,800 for conversion costs. So the first the first problem asks us to calculate the equivalent units for each input category. So the equivalent units for direct materials, remember, direct materials are added at the beginning of the process. We started a total of 60,000 units. So direct materials are going to be 60,000 units worth. So then it asks us to calculate the conversion costs. Well, we have two portions of this. We have the total units, the conversion equivalent units, I'm sorry. We have total conversion equivalent units or conversion units that were completed of 48,000. And then we have 12,000 units in ending work in process that are how complete? 40% complete. So we're going to take 12,000 and multiply that by 0.4, which gives us 4,800 units. And if we add those two together, we get 52,800 units. The next thing we have to do is calculate the unit cost for each category in total. So the total, if we look at our direct materials, we have direct materials and conversion costs. So our direct materials are $30,000, it tells us, and our conversion costs are 52,800, it tells us. So we have to calculate the per unit. So remember, we had total direct material units of 60,000. So the per unit, so the DM per unit will be equals 30,000 divided by the 60,000, or 50 cents a unit. Well, what about the conversion cost? We actually had total conversion equivalent units of 52,800. So conversion per unit equals 52,800 divided by the actual conversion cost, dollars, which they give us, of 52,800. So that'll be $1 per unit. So we can add 50 cents here, $1 here, and that gives us a total unit cost of $1.50 per unit. Now the last part of the problem says, what if a different type of materials is also added at the end of the process, costing $4,800? Calculate the new unit cost. So we need a new, this is like a new process, or a new, it's adding to, probably to direct materials, but we're going to add another per unit. So we're going to say wrapper per unit. Now let's put in our wrapper costs real quick. Wrapper cost is $4,800. And now it says the candy wrapper is added at the end of the process. So it would only be added for completed units. Well, how many completed units did we have? We had 48,000 completed units. So we're going to divide our wrapper cost divided by the 48,000 completed units, which gives us 10 cents per unit. So the total per unit cost would go to $1.60. If we check our work here, we should see that we completed everything correctly, and we did. And so that's a quick little overview of how we calculate conversion costs again. I'll play with the idea of adding another video like this. I think I'll try to find another problem that maybe isn't in your homework so you can get some more practice. But thank you for viewing this quick video, and if you have any questions, please let me know.